Get ready to throw away those tight jeans. Hey guys, this is MCAT 2005. We're going to take a look today at the ZTE Warp, available now by Boost Mobile. As you can see, it's got a very demanding 4.3-inch display. I've heard a lot of gripes about the back material. Just a couple things. It doesn't have the raised ridges like I was at least led to believe. Instead, they're actually recessed. And it's not too bad. Feels pretty good in the hand. It is very flimsy and plasticky. I'm going to demonstrate this for you real quick. Taking it off, for example. I'm only going to grasp it by 2 fingers. Look at the kind of play this thing has got. I mean, this thing is going to break in a second. So, just don't drop it, or go ahead and invest in a phone case as soon as they come out. Snapping the case back on is fairly easy. Oh, as long as we got it off, let's have a quick look here. So as you can see, you've got a 1600 milliamp battery, place for your micro SD, camera with LED flash, and the usual. The start button, or rather the power button, is on the... There's the kitty. Alright, getting back to things. Okay, so as I was saying, the power button on this phone is on the top left-hand side, which is a little awkward because if you happen to be right-handed like myself, you're going to grasp this thing, which there's already quite a bit of real estate. And I've got fairly large hands, but I'm used to having the power button over here on the right. So I reach for it and I'm like, there it is. Okay. Takes a little bit getting used to. On the left-hand spine, you've got volume control rocker right there. There is a, although you won't be able to see it because of my camera, tiny little hole for inserting a lanyard. Directly on the back, you've got a small microscopic hole there. I'm not quite sure what that is for. Maybe a secondary noise-canceling microphone, but I'm not sure about that. Standard size headphone jack on the top. Flipping the phone over, you've got a shutter button over here. Charging port is on the side. It's a little unique. And on the bottom, you get nothing! Taking a look at the device itself, it performs very well. It's got a gigahertz processor. Believe it's 4 gigabytes of internal memory. So that's pretty good. Much better than this little Virgin Mobile phone that I had. This is actually the Optimus. I'm going to line up the displays. Take a look at that. Much different. Now, on to the gripes. No device is free from getting some performance gripes. You're going to be resetting this device a lot. Now, it's not fully loaded. In other words, I haven't used up all of the memory, but I have put a bunch of stuff in there already. As you can see, it's very fluid. The reason why that my home screen looks a little bit different is I have Launcher Pro installed. So as I was saying, I've already reset it 3 times, or rather 5 times today. Not a big deal. Maybe it's just some programs kind of getting used to their new home. My one gripe, though, is, see this little tiny dot right there? Yeah. That's a bit of a disappointment. It does glow red, but glow, I don't know if that's really even the word for it. It's pretty dim, guys, I'm just going to tell you. My only gripe is that I've had these displays, or rather these indicators on other phones before. I like them. I think every phone absolutely needs one. But having a BlackBerry in the past where they're nice and bright, there's no way you're going to see this across the room, let alone on any sort of interior lit sunny room. Or even just in general, unless it's real dark. So this road does light up. It has to be really dark. Otherwise, you're just going to have to memorize where each of these 4 functions are. You've got your home, your menu, your back key, and your search key. This phone also does have an ambient light sensor. That's pretty important. It's good for saving battery. It is pretty good. It's not too thick. It's not too heavy. It does feel kind of cheap. I would have preferred the backing to be metal, or maybe just a little bit more durable. I honestly would be really scared on dropping this phone or pocketing it. But aside from that, it is built pretty well. There was just one other thing that I was going to demonstrate real quick here. Ooh. See now that? I don't know why it's doing that. It's got a couple glitches here and there. I guess it's just going to be something that you're going to have to live with. I have noticed low-level noise coming from the phone, and I'll demonstrate here real quick. If you go into the sound recorder, take a look right here at that sound. Now I'm going to be completely quiet, and my environment is completely quiet. Watch what it does. That thing is all over the map. So your callers are going to be hearing the system noise in addition to your own voice. Now it may not be too detectable. Okay, if the phone was much... So your callers are going to be hearing... Wow, that dude sounds good. In any case, there is a little bit of noise that comes with this. Occasionally the signal drops on just a little bit. It could be my area that I'm in. Now there's one thing too, I'm going to show you. Nobody's really highlighted this yet, but if we move to where the tile is, I want you to see something here. Hear that rocking? It's because the phone doesn't sit completely on the ground. Watch. And the reason for that is because the camera and the flash stick up slightly, and it looks like the designers try to compensate by the volume. There's a little nub that sticks up, but again, it isn't perfect, and kind of looks like a little bit of a manufacturing oversight. So it's going to be real frustrating when you're wanting to type. The keyboard's going to go upside down. You're going to probably have to reorientate the orientation sensor. Again, your results may vary, but it's just one of the little things that I happen to see. We may be able to get the backlights to come on. It's still too bright. Let's see. Move a little bit more into this room. There they go. Okay. So that is what the capacitive touch sensor lights look like. And they are nice. I prefer to have physical keys, but I know that that is kind of the style right now, so to each their own. But they are a very nice touch that they do light. And no, there is no adjustment as to when you can force them to light up. You can't have them on all the time. You can't dim them either. So in this case, you can't necessarily have your cake and eat it too. You're just stuck with the manufacturer defaults on that particular item. I kind of like having the physical buttons down here because when this freezes up, so do these buttons. So you're a little bit stuck when it comes to that. Now, battery life. That is the big question, the big enchilada that is on everybody's mind. If the battery on this phone is the lifeblood of this phone is the vampire. Because check this out. I've been using it since about 9 o'clock this morning. This is with the Juice Plotter app. 9 o'clock is when it got unplugged. It's now 2 o'clock, so it's still hanging on. And I wouldn't say that it's been going through absolute heavy usage. I've had the phone on, I've had the screen working, I've installed a couple things. But you see, it falls quickly. And when you get to the end, it's kind of got a little bit of life, maybe a couple reserves, and then to the grave. Oh, okay. I'm pretty happy with the phone. The screen is very good. It's very accurate. Still getting used to it. Still getting used to the fact that I can't wear my stylish tight jeans any longer, just because of the fact that this phone is not compatible with those types of jeans. I'll just say that much. But as far as everything that it plays everything very well. Oh, I do have Angry Birds installed on here. I know that's kind of the benchmark nowadays because this is one of the most popular programs. I'm just going to demonstrate to you real quick, and this is actually my first time taking a look at this. And yeah, just as the other videos display, there is no delay. This is very nice. This actually makes game playing enjoyable rather than frustrating. So, there you have it. Hopefully you liked the video. Hopefully it's answered a couple quick questions. So in summary, just know that this is a very nice phone. It by no means would be, I guess, a perfect phone, but it's pretty close. You're probably going to have to run out and get a couple extra batteries or always be near a power source. This has been a hands-on with the ZTE Warp, available now from Boost Mobile. MCAT 2005 signing off.